Well, welcome back to Desert Smoke Reviews. I'm Wyatt.
Justin?
Today we're taking a look at the Psyko 7. This is a very interesting looking cigar. I've seen it at a lot of cigar shops, and I've always wanted to smoke it, and so I'm glad we're finally smoking it. Definitely, I mean, just an interesting presentation of the cigar. The band itself is actually like an RX, you know,
Prescription.
like prescription. Yeah, like something you'd see on a medicine bottle, and you know, it says all the contents that are, you know, what's in the cigar. So very interesting, you know, kind of cool presentation on the cigar. But this is a pretty kind of spongy pack, a little bit more firm at the cap, but definitely spongy. Looks really good though. I don't see any stems. Seams are visible, but looks like they're done really well. So anyway, let's see. Off the aroma, on the wrapper, I get some kind of cedar, I guess. Maybe a little bit of earth. And then on the foot, maybe a little bit of chocolate, but mostly just that cedar, maybe a little bit of nuttiness. Really interesting. I look forward to smoking this. Justin?
Yeah, it's a beautiful cigar. I mean, nice firm pack. Very smooth wrapper. Very, you know, there's no tooth to it on mine. Just very, very smooth. Seams are done well. Very fine, minimal veins. Just beautiful looking cigar. Off the wrapper, I agree with Wyatt. I pick up like a cedar or a wood, but also a bit of nuttiness is what I'm like, a wood and nut. But and then off the foot, I pick up that like a dry earth and a bit of mild tobacco. Very nice. But let's get it cut up and get into it.
One thing I guess I have a complaint about with this band is that it's kind of tough to get off.
Yeah, I took that off. That was going to be a problem.
Yeah. And it covers up a lot of the cigars. It's not like you can wait till it. No, whatever.
Oh.
You know, a couple reviews back, Justin said campfire is a taste, and that's what this tastes like to me.
Yeah, that San Lucia.
Yeah, San Lucia,
Had
yeah.
a smell of like pure campfire.
Yeah. I mean, it tastes like burning wood.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, it's very good though.
It's a very interesting flavor. Very
Yeah,
unique.
very unique, yeah. There's a little bit of pepper, but that dies out pretty fast and just leaves that like burning cedar taste. But it's very, very good, Justin.
Yeah, I agree. Burning wood at campfire is almost spot on in my opinion. I pick up that pepper as well. It sits on the tip of my tongue, but I mean, as soon as it's there, it's gone. Finish is actually kind of short for me. It goes very clean after that. But you know, it's a good start. It's just the first few puffs. Right now I'm hovering around a medium in body. We'll see how that goes. And strength, I don't want to say a lot to it, but it's probably about the same. But yeah, very nice cigar. I hope the finish starts lasting a little longer for me because it goes very clean very quickly. But let's get into the first third.
Welcome back. We're about 10 minutes into the Psyko 7. Really good cigar so far. You know, great burn, nice open draw. I guess my one problem with the cigar so far would be that finish isn't lasting any longer. So a lot of the flavors that are there in the smoke are gone pretty quickly. And by the time you're going into your next draw, you know. But yeah, I mean, overall the finish is pretty sweet. There's a nice earthy sweetness, kind of drying, but I mean, a good cigar so far. Nothing's really popping out at me, but definitely good. Justin?
Yeah, I agree. It's a very nice cigar. It's kind of mellowed out now that we've gotten down into the first third. That campfire taste I was telling you, it's kind of gone away. I definitely pick up like a dry earth, a bit of sweetness, like a sweet tobacco, and maybe a bit of nuttiness. I'd agree, maybe a bit of nuttiness. But that finish is still very short. I agree with Wyatt. That's my only complaint on the cigar. It is very drying though, and it's not horrible. I've got a cup of coffee with me, so it's not really an issue. But I recommend you have something to drink with this because it is a bit of a drying cigar. There's no oil sheen on it, or leaves on your lips. Just very drying, but not a horrible thing. But let's get into the second third. See how it
Well, we're
goes.
about halfway through this Psyko 7. You know, it packs a little bit of a punch. I was kind of surprised at that, but you know, it's not going to knock you out. A good cigar. Excellent construction. I've had a couple of small little burn issues that I corrected, but they probably would have fixed themselves. Par for the course in terms of flavor. Hasn't really deviated from that slight nuttiness and kind of a sweet earth on the finish. That pepper for me is pretty much gone. And Justin mentioned in the last update that campfire is pretty much gone. Yeah, it is, but I mean, a good cigar. Nothing's really jumping out at me, but excellent construction, good taste.
I agree. Just keeping par for the course. No flavor changes, no updates. Just really good. Medium to full in body, and about medium in strength. And when that's right, it does pack a little bit of punch. It might be flirting with medium to full in strength. But overall, very good stick. Really enjoying it. Yeah, let's get into the final third. See how it goes.
Well, we're at the final third of this
Psyko 7.
Psyko 7. Very good. I've liked it so far. Really good construction. Never had a burn problem that, well, I had a couple that probably would have fixed themselves, but, you know, good construction, good taste. Not a lot to complain about with this cigar. I guess my one problem would be that the finish never lasted very long. You know, flavors throughout. I still got that dry earth. Campfire was gone, which was really too bad because I really liked that campfire taste. But I mean, pretty consistent. Not a lot there, which was kind of surprising. I was expecting it to be a little more peppery and spicy, but it just wasn't. But a good cigar nonetheless. Not as complex as I would have hoped, so probably not something that I would want to end my day with. But probably a little too heavy to start your day with. I'd say this would be something really good.
After lunch.
Afternoon, after lunch, something like that. Good construction, so I can take this out of the golf course. But overall, really good. So scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a solid 8. You know, nothing to complain about. Justin?
I agree. It's a very pleasant smoke, very consistent. My biggest complaint, I guess, about it, really, so there is some complaints, is that finish. It doesn't last very long. Other than that, the flavors are good. Like why I said, the campfire, if it lasts longer throughout the entire profile, it'd be very nice. Be a very unique cigar, and I'd probably rate it a lot higher. It's a nice flavor. You don't get that in very few cigars. I think just a couple off the top of my head. The San Lucia has it. San Lucia, but
San Lucia Black.
San Lucia Black, yes. Basically, it's very reminiscent at the start. This cigar is to those cigars with the Kentucky Fire Cured tobacco. This I don't believe has that, but it had that reminiscent flavors. But as soon as you get in the first third, for me that went away. It's, you know, a bit of earth, nuttiness, pepper, and a slight sweetness. It's, you know, the flavors are good, but you know, very consistent. There's no wow factor. There's no, you know, there's no change in the flavors. They always play a consistent role. There's never one flavor, you know, coming to the forefront, going to the background. It's just very consistent. And not that they're bad flavors. They're just not the most pleasant for. I shouldn't say pleasant. They're not my favorite flavors, but very enjoyable stick. I would agree with Wyatt. About an 8. 8 sits really well with me. It's a medium to full in body and medium to full in strength here in this final third. It really kind of picked up, but you know, it's a good cigar. I would recommend it as a mid-afternoon after lunch, or smoking with your buddies. You know, ending your day with a nice glass of whatever you drink. It's probably not the best roll because it's very consistent. There's not a lot of complexity, but yeah, solid 8. In conclusion, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. But until next time, smoke them if you got them.